Mentality is super
76 points
important.
and 1 point. Really, really rough there. They do have OUG hot on their heels as well. OUG have 70 points. So the locked spot in top 6 for OUG is via, I think it was 90 points for 5th place. No, I'm completely wrong. It was 90 points was the locked spot either way. Once again, having a look at the replays, WBG, they started off so strong. It absolutely annihilated GG in this fight, knocking them out of the game very early. The SS1 silently getting stronger and stronger in the background, and as soon as WBG were taken out, it was SS1's time to strike.
Absolutely, it definitely was. Very nice play here from Zen1, just dominating this realm of Yang and just dictating the pace of it. Those jump LMBs from the Fist Blades doing a lot of work. And here we are with the first fight after their first realm of Yang. WBG able to pick up 3 quick kills onto another realm of Yang winner. But then in this Yang, the double parry from both players just absolutely obliterating them, and they were in the lead in that fight as well. And I don't know what happened. It just all went downhill as soon as Axiao was taken down. And here we are in the end game. Zen1 finding those kills. SS1 able to do a little bit of white tiger prowessing, just skadooshing these other players and coming out on top at the end of the game. MVPs to kick it off. Very, very nice from them, especially off the back of their first day. You know, as I said, this one game was more points than they got in the entire previous.
66 points is that next team. This mysterious team I've forgotten the name of. The next benchmark after that is EWG in the top end of the table. So there really aren't that many points up for grabs unless you're contesting teams. Sorry, not points. Places up for grabs in the top 12 unless you're directly contesting teams playing today.
I'm having a look now. I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Okay,
but
I'm not just being a crazy person.
No, I think the only teams that aren't playing today were TE and then the top 5. Because there's 6 teams per group, right?
Oh my word, you're right.
So
yeah,
TE is the only team
they were basically like a guarantee knockout.
Yeah, and then everybody else, EWG, BBE, Wolves, JL, and Alliance, all sitting in the top 5 spots. You know, EWG is the next threshold. You know, 87.9 points for EWG, and they're not playing. So if these teams lurking at the bottom want to get in, they're gonna have to, they're gonna have to ladder up quite significantly. As TE is the only team that can be knocked down now.
Yeah, it really is going to be a.
I don't think we've had a day like this, or in this exact way play out.
I don't think I've ever seen it like this, where like you only have one team who is like a benchmark point, and then after that the benchmark moves. It's not really a benchmark. I don't know what it is at that point. It is a moving goal.
Threshold. Qualification threshold, so to speak. But now, there is no threshold except for EWG, but I don't think that one's going to be changing very much. We're just going to be seeing all of these teams scrapping it out. Just straight up.
Like, everyone is very clearly friends with each other, and they all really like each other. The toxicity is, I think, sometimes they get in their own head more than anything. I think they're their own worst enemies, these players. And I think GG are a very criminal team of this. Like, when they play bad, it affects their whole day. And
yeah.
Game 1, it looks like, as a team, they haven't been able to get out of their head.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's very understandable. Mentality is one of the most important things when it comes to competition in general, let alone being on a team. When you're on your own in a solo environment, for example, it's not necessarily, it's obviously very important, but because there are 3 players on a team for trios, every single player's mentality is important. And if any one person is just really, really annoyed or really tilted, it can impact everybody else on the team as well. And it can really just be the end of teams, the destruction. And it is what it is. Some of the best teams in the league and in general in esports have always been the teams that can surpass this sort of this mentality issue and not let things like that get to them and just keep soldiering on. But sometimes even the best teams will falter, you know. But those who are not faltering today, WBG, they are definitely pulling something out of the bag. They've got something to prove. They didn't make it in the previous bi-weekly, but they're definitely looking to make it today.
Yeah, really big. Really, really big.
Hardy MVP?
I've not seen a Hardy MVP in a while.
Before the cast, I made a note, and it said, I don't understand. I guess I'm just...
I think it was because the way the thing... It's fine. Like,
was it 120.5?
124 on the dot.
124 on the dot? Where the hell did I get 110.5 from? I genuinely don't even know, but okay.
I mean, look, I got the colours wrong on Mystic Might and Dragonlight. It's not even Dragonlight. I just called it again.
Yeah, you called it Dragonlight is a Soul Jade.
Yeah.
So much information.
Yeah, my brain is just filled with all these gaming facts.
Indeed. And sometimes so much information. But look at this, look at what is on the Bowder U's screen right now. Just so many players, so much armor as well, but just no health whatsoever. Nobody was really taking damage to armor. It was just all health damage, which is insane. But hey, there it is. No real surprise, I don't think. Bowder's... Yeah. Like not having the most points to take forwards into the finals. Obviously, it's what you want. You'd ideally have the most number of carried points, but still.
It's
also bragging rights, you know. I was first in the groups.
It does mean you're more likely to get to that match point first, which means you kind of have an extra shot before other people do.
Agreed.
We saw from Wolves the other day, although actually they weren't first, they just popped off. They had a lot of points to start with though, so the more points the better. That's what these teams are playing for right now.
Absolutely.
As many points as possible going into Sunday's games.
But I'm very excited to see the bottom half. I want to see who's going to be able to clutch it up at the end. And
that's going to be big.
That's going to be massive. Absolutely. Beautiful parries coming through, the king. And I do believe he did have the advanced group heal. The jump LMB is going crazy. The grapple to chase down. I think he hits this musket shot. I think that's what the highlight's going to be. Let's see it.
Oh, he got it, yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was his teammate. No, I think it was his teammate at the end. I don't know. Or maybe, I'm not sure.
His hit marker went red, though.
Did he? Overall damage, because as we saw, they had the same kills and they had the same placement because they drew at the end. So KLA must have had that little bit more damage by the end, which then separates them and puts them in the technical MVP slot. I can't believe I predicted that out of nowhere. I just guessed. That's why it was taking a little bit of time for it to be decided. But yeah, what a day though! What a day, truly. It's so many ups and downs, so many crazy fights, crazy end games. Actually insane. What a pleasure.
Has been a very different day. Like Naraka, the games have been incredibly interesting for a while, and like we've had interesting storylines, a very tight series, but like today has just been absolutely bonkers as the Monkfish comp coming out as WBG's secret weapon, and they look so good on it. This is something they're definitely rehearsed on.
I mean, Sleepwalker's been one of was considered the best monk in the world for a very long time. This guy, I think it was an interview that happened at the end of last bi-weekly, at the end of the third day when they didn't qualify. They were asked about this composition, and Sleepwalker said that like as long as like you have to have a very good monk to be able to play this composition, and it's like it does come down to the Tianhai to get grabs and do well for the composition to do well.